That is a gold Don. How do you get that?
I had it. All right, so we are talking about what I think is probably one of the worst decks ever in this game. I really hate this leader as a concept. It has a theory, but this leader reads like a leader that should have been made by OP04. I don't know how they made this leader in OP10, right? Like, this leader is a conjunction leader, right? Is what I call it, meaning it needs multiple factors in order to resolve. So first off, it needs 2 dots. So you already have to dedicate 2 dots to this guy for some reason. Next, when it attacks, you have to bounce back one of your cards, right? So you need the conjunction of 2 dots, and then you need to bounce a character, and then it kills a 4,000. It doesn't even minus when it swings as well. It just, your opponent already has to have a 4,000. So this leader is so, I don't know what they were thinking when they were designing this here. If this was just a Dawn 1 effect, and then if this also minuses 1,000 or something when it swings, right, this leader would have been playable, but I don't know what, this leader is so bad. I think this is probably one of the worst leaders I've ever played.
Not gonna lie to you, I didn't know, I know you asked me to record. I genuinely just didn't know this leader existed.
Yeah, this leader is really bad, right? I legitimately hate this leader.
Fair.
You know, and I love this guy. This guy's a clown. I don't even know what he's doing. I bet he's funny in the anime, you know? I bet he tells some jokes or something, you know, right?
Sure.
You know?
I'd like, this is a moment where I have to also remind, this man has not fully watched One Piece.
Oh, what do you mean? I know everything about One Piece, you know? Right? I know all the characters. There's Michael Douglas, right? You know, you got Michael Douglas Luffy, you know? You got Minority Hunter Zoro. You got the Menace to Australia Chopper, you know, right?
First of all, drug dealer Chopper, get it right. But either way.
All right, but yeah, all right, let's take it to this deck. So this deck is really bad, and we have to play cards that are good, but these are good cards, but it's a bad leader. So I spent so much time theory crafting playtesting deck, and this is the best I was able to get it to go through. So first up, we play 4 buggies. 4 buggies on summon. Search for a red event, which is a lot. You play a lot of red event in this deck, right? So we play 4 of him. 4 Virgos. I think you have 3, 4, 5. You have like 4 or 5 targets, right? You play Virgo for that reason. Then he's just a 2K. You play him so you can grab 1 of 2 very specific cards in this deck, right? Kaya, she's just a 2K. She is there if you did not open up these. That is her entire purpose. But most of she's a 2K. Then finally playing the best card of this deck. Right, this is once per turn, you rest this character. You give 2 Dons to your leader or to your Puck Hazard leader or character, right? And then minus 1,000, right? Like, all of her effects should have just been this. So she's supposed to, because this deck is theoretically supposed to be resource looping her every single turn, where you rest her, give it to him, bounce her back for next turn, right? Which is like, okay, but that's still so much. You have to spend $2 just summoning this thing out every single turn. For Mocha, this is just a worse Otama in every aspect. I don't know what they were thinking. Where this card is really just worse Otama. I don't know why this thing only minus 1,000. This should have been 2,000, right? Because Otama minus what? 2,000? 2K, right? For 1, she is 3 and she only minus 1. I don't know what you're thinking. Because you could technically just bounce her back, but that's still worse. Because that means you have to spend 5 Dons to use this leader's effect, which is insane, right? Because at least with Monette, you only use 2 Dons. The fact that she doesn't even give any Dons to Caesar is unhinged, right?
I mean, you know what? I'm not even gonna try to justify it. Yeah.
Next we play for the Sanji Chopper. Where the fuck this character is? I don't know what's going on. I didn't know Sanji was a closet furry, right? I don't know. I don't know what's going on at this point for him to be a closet furry, right? So he's just a blocker, right? That's it. And then he gains 2,000. He's a 4/6 blocker. That's pretty much it. That's all you care about. Right, like I said, so this deck plays a lot of power reduction. So we are playing 4 Ben Beckmans on play. He trashes something with a power of 6,000. Right, so you play a good amount of cards. But as I said, he is 7, so he's heavy. He's such a heavy cost for this deck to invest in it if you want to use this guy, which is really bad. Now we play probably the best card in this deck, 3 Silver Rayleighs. Right, on play -3, -2. And then kill something with 3,000 or less. So at 10 Dons, you can kill any 7,000 in the game, right? if you summon him and then do Caesar's effect, which was still very bad. I hate everything about Caesar. Just makes me angry about it. Next for our other big is Shanks. I mean, Shanks is just a good card, right? But he's a good card. Just either still bad. So you're still summoning him feels like a very good card, but then you just have this vanilla guy which does extremely nothing for the turn. But if you summon Shanks and he sticks, you know, you're normally in a good position. So there you go. Right. Next, we play 4 of the Punk Hazard stage. You rest this. You give a Dawn to, if your leader Caesar Clown, give him a rested Dawn or to another character. This should have been 2. I don't know what they were. This card is just like you want to see this card. You need to see this card as fast as possible. So it makes up for the fact that this guy needs 2 Dawns in order to activate this effect, right? Like if this thing gives you 2 Dawns, this Cedar probably would have been salvageable. But the fact that you only give him 1 Dawn, right, is still pretty bad, right? So you want to see this as much as possible. Next for the events, we play so then we play for Munch Mutation. So this is either a main or a counter. It gives minus 3,000 and plus 3,000. One of your character gains plus 3,000. Like I said, this is another conjunction card to be using with Caesar. Because then with Caesar, at 5 Dawns, you can kill any 7 in the game because of him, right? Is the same theory we're applying with Fire Fist, right? Which is give on your opponents minus 4,000. Right, then you have 2 less life, you can KO a 0. Most of the time, you're just playing this to minus 2,000, minus 4,000 to use with Caesar to out. And that means at that point, Caesar, at 4 Dawn, Caesar can out anything with 8,000 power. Right, and then I don't know where my 4th copy is, but 4 Gum Mode Pistol, which is the exact same thing, which is at 4 Dawns, you minus 5,000. And then if you have a 6,000, you can kill a 2,000 or less. So that means at 6 Dawn, Caesar can theoretically kill any 9,000 in the game, right? So we're playing with this a lot of cost reduction with this leader. But I said it's really bad because you need to bounce a character, and this guy did not require bouncing a character. This leader would be so playable. Then you can play Otama, you can play probably other good red cards, right? But you can't. You don't have that.
I mean, at that point, wouldn't you just play Shanks?
Yeah, but Shanks is more of a battle-oriented deck, you know, right? Shanks is only reactive during your opponent's turn. This is just allows you to play during your turn to control the board, right? Yeah. But yeah, I hate Caesar so much. I don't know what they were thinking when they were designing this. I can't believe that someone in R&D came up with this and they submitted it, and someone said, yeah, we'll print this, you know, right? Right. The Caesar is so bad in every aspect, right? Like I said, I theory crafted so many cards. You can play the Marco. The Marco is probably playable in the 5/6 Marco is playable. You can, right? I tested like many weird variants. I tried like Alabaster where I put like L and Chaka and stuff like that to do more to. Like I said, this leader needs so much weird cards in order for it to be playable. It's crazy because most of the time this guy is just straight up a vanilla leader for most of the game.
Nope. There is not much to really say. This leader's okay.
I hate it. Well, why would Bandai do this to this funny character, you know? Right?
Sure.
This character lives in a society. That's what he does.
That is probably the realest statement you said of this entire video. All right. Kate, thanks. Bye.